I'm Chaarmikha. Don't get it confused with Charminar just because I'm from Hyderabad too. I'm 18, and if I had to describe myself in 4 words, it would be a sports person, a public speaker, an entrepreneur, and most importantly, a constant learner. And today I'm here to talk about the beauty of exploration. By exploration, I don't mean exploring new places or cuisines, but rather experiencing different things and finding quote unquote your thing. So let me share an anecdote from my childhood. Till my fifth grade, I didn't really have access to any extracurricular activities where my school was just one compressed building. School just meant studying and exams, and I had a preconception then that education and studying were synonyms. But later I realized that education is also closely linked to social learning than just academic studying. But basically, 10 out of 18 years of my life, I haven't had the best access to extracurriculars. Just like most other Indian children, I was convinced and conditioned to the lifestyle that, I basically have to study hard, grind from high school, and get into IIT. The basic Indian conventional stereotype that you study for boards, get into good college, get a good placement, and at every stage you're compared to Sharma ji ka beta, and that is life. And later, when I shifted schools in sixth grade, I went to one of the best schools in the city. I saw that the people there think very differently. School for them was far beyond books and blackboards. And one thing that I commonly noticed on the first day itself was that they all think critically, they look for reasoning, they share ideas and speak up. So rote learning was sort of eliminated in the process. One day we basically had to fill this form to pick different club activities. There were so many options, oh my god, I was both surprised and confused at the same time. And that's when I knew I had to explore. I tried different things, got through a few, failed at a few. I went to singing classes, failed. I went to keyboard classes, miserably failed. I went to painting classes, failed. Like multiple things have gone down the drain. On the contrary, I realized that I like competitive sports a lot and I like sharing my ideas a lot through debates and public speaking. Coming to these conclusions wasn't easy. It took some time management where at a point when I was probably 12 or 13, I had school, followed by IIT classes, then some after class basketball coaching, then came home, rushed to Carnatic music classes, then came back, followed by homework and studying. That's a lot for a 12-year-old, right? In the start, it was hard to manage, but soon I realized that time is like your wardrobe. The more organized you are, the more things you can fit into it, and ultimately, you'd only want to fit things that you actually love. And this was the whole mission exploration. Of course, this took place for a few years, and there were people who criticized saying that I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. But does anyone here know the full quote that was once used on William Shakespeare? Most of us don't, but it's actually a compliment that we are blinded through. It says jack of all trades, master of none, but often better than master of one. And I completely agree. Just because of that exploration, I know that I don't like a few things, I enjoy a few, and I work through them like sports and public speaking themselves that are a major part of my life right now. And if you're wondering that my mission exploration is successfully done, not really. We live in such a dynamic world right now that it's very important for us to constantly upskill, unlearn, and relearn. Then I stumbled upon a book called Ikigai, which basically talks about the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. To summarize it for you, Ikigai is basically an intersection of what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. And finding this is my ultimate goal. And if you're scared of the competition ahead, let me tell you that life is not really a rat race. I believe that everyone has enough amount of opportunities out there, and we just have to channel ourselves to get the right one. And I'll share a few lessons that I wish I knew before. The first is investing your time and energy in the right places. Let us understand that money might be sort of unlimited, not unlimited literally, except for your Elon Musk, but there's a huge possibility that money can be easily multiplied compared to the limited time and energy we have at hand. It is our responsibility to make the best use of these limited resources and channel them. If success is on your right, it doesn't really make sense to run to your left even though you're Usain Bolt. And that's why prioritizing and channelizing your energy is important. And how do you find this right direction? Exploration. I've read that the world's top achievers prioritize learning over distraction, and you define what your learning and distraction is, and that can be a good starting point to channelize. The second is being open minded. One key thing to exploration and truly understanding yourself is to figure out what you would want to do on a daily basis if you never had to work for money. Try to come up with a money making, replicable model of the same activity that potentially involves similar skills and intent. Make sure it checks all the things that Ikigai constitutes of, and don't forget to experiment. Like, what is the maximum that can happen? You might fail, but you'll bounce back stronger. The third is choosing your circle. There's this saying by Eleanor Roosevelt that great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people. The Gen Z calls it spilling the tea, or I'm basically talking about eliminating the general gossip that we are interested to know. Just surround yourself with those who discuss ideas, experiences, collaborations, or even motivate you, especially in your inner circle. Trust me, it's not as boring as you think it is. Lastly, celebrate achievement. This doesn't have to be getting first in class. It can be as small as doing better than the last time. And when I say celebrating achievements, it's not just your achievements, but others too. Clap for others until it's your turn to shine. Be that one friend who hypes others up to try new things and appreciates them for where they've come in their journey. Let us understand that we attract what we intend. So it's better to be a little more cautious about our end goals and really support each other during the process. And due to the support that I've received from my friends, I've started and stumbled upon my interest recently in graphic designing and entrepreneurship for 2 years now. I have founded a Girl Up Club that is under the Girl Up campaign of the United Nations Foundation, and I'm also the co-founder of an event-based personality development and leadership building startup called the Indian Conclave. I'm trying to work in the best interest of the utilitarian society. And let's see where this journey goes, my journey of exploration. I'd like to end this by asking you to not be comfortable with comfort, but rather work out of your comfort zone. Channel yourself, be open-minded, find your thing, and absolutely kill it. Like Angela Blount once said, sometimes the most scenic roads in life are the detours you didn't mean to take.